Here on the left I have a list of states and some data, and I'd like to plot for each one of those states if the trend is going up, down, or flat. And traditionally you would think, well, the best way to do that is to insert a good old chart. It will make perfect sense. We'll say insert, and we say a line chart right there, and that makes perfect sense, right? Well, maybe not. Well, if a chart doesn't make sense, all you need to do is flip around the rows for the columns, and then it makes perfect sense. So we try that, and it still doesn't make perfect sense. Well, the trouble is, if the only thing you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. We need a different tool, and what we're going to use is a sparkline chart to highlight that trend. We find those under Insert, and here we have to the right of Charts some sparkline charts. Let's do a column chart. We choose the data range that goes into that. We say OK, and what it does is it creates a chart in a single cell. You don't have a lot of framing, you don't have a lot of axes, you just have the raw data charted out right there. We can fill it down by grabbing that handle and filling those cells down. And if we want to change this chart around, we could come up here and make it into a win-loss chart or a line chart. I think that works best for this type of data. You can change the style that you have if you want to colorize that a little bit. So now we can see very clearly what the trend is for each one of these states in that little sparkline single cell chart. And the nice thing about these is they're dynamic. If I come over here to my data slicers and apply some filters, you can see that the data represented in the sparkline changes to match what I've filtered for as well. So that's a quick look at sparkline charts, a great way to do analysis in Microsoft Excel 2010.